So I just wanted to do a little video because I've been seeing a lot of this lately, and I feel a little bit bombarded with it. Is you know, the one thing that people miss, and I'm guilty of this too. The one thing that people miss is mold, parasites, exercise, food, whatever it is. And I suppose I just wanted to talk about that, but also reflect, because I had a session this morning that brought up some stuff around my own healing journey, if you like. And it was really how I focused on the thing to resolve the symptom rather than what's really going on for me internally. And I see this a lot in what I do every day, is there's nothing necessarily to fix, there's something to listen to. So the thing that came up this morning was the one thing that people miss is mold. And this was a big thing when I was looking at my journey. Now, I tried everything. I tried celery juice detoxes, lemon water detoxes, the thyroid diet, medical medium, juice fasts, coffee enemas. I did plant medicine. I went on ceremonies. I tried everything. Reiki groups, women's circles, you name it, all to try and find, you know, what was going wrong for me. And I've probably spent thousands over the years trying to find out a little bit more about myself. And the same thing came up, the same problems still came up. And it wasn't until I looked at, well, the first part of it was moving. When I moved out of the environment that was, you know, normal for me, but actually was quite difficult, then flares calmed down. So noticing that I put myself in the right place, or what felt like the right place at the time, which was being in Glasgow, and how things just softened, how my symptoms softened anyway. Noticing that when I adjusted my lifestyle, which was cutting down a day at work before I moved, or changing the way that my that my work day happened, or the hours happened, or when I worked for myself, was setting internal boundaries. Okay, well, I need to have half an hour in between each session. I need to have some lunch. I finish at 7:30 and no later, and knowing where I can step out of those boundaries and where I can't. That started to settle what was going on, because what really happened for me was a lot of I'll do anything for anybody, which is lovely. It's a lovely sentiment, but I wouldn't do anything for myself. And so a lot of this comes from these really deep core beliefs that we have about ourselves. And it wasn't really until I started to work with IMT and with different forms of nervous system therapy that I started to feel this stronger sense of self, this stronger sense of, yeah, that's not okay for me. And things eased. And I don't just mean symptoms eased. My life just got better. Day to day, life just got easier. My sleep calmed. My diet got easier. I was able to take space for myself without feeling guilty. You know, things around work just started to settle down. My income increased for the first time in a long time. I started to notice patterns within my spending and then within what I did in my life, the choices that I made. My exercise was more regular. So when I start to look at a client's consultation form, what I see is the things where people might be stuck. And me and Rose Ferguson will be doing a free workshop about that very soon, like, you know, knowing where you're stuck and noticing patterns and why that might be. Because if we don't understand them, then they're going to keep repeating. And if we understand them, then how do we help to process them? So this is what IMT really does. It brings things up. We kind of reprocess them, and then we settle down. And then the rest of the work I do is really around the integration of, okay, how does that feel for you now? And a lot of journaling and a lot of building in those changes within the lifestyle. It's not like a one-step IMT, safe and sound, this is what we do. Everyone is different, and how they respond is different. Some people whiz through an 8-session program and some people don't. So symptoms do arise within sessions. Symptoms do come up. People do start to say, like, this is coming back for me again. And there's a fear around that. And within, underneath the fear, there's often a feeling of, I'm broken, I'm not doing it right, there's something. And so we react instead of actually saying, okay, well, what is this telling me? Where am I listening? And so I'm kind of waffling through it, but you can't really not. It takes a little bit of understanding that we can keep trying to override everything with mindset, exercise, a new regime, a new program, a new detox. But until you understand your symptoms and why they happen and where that might be layered up in the body and how to work with that, then things will just keep repeating. And I only know this from my own experience, and that's been 30 plus years. So I just wanted to pop on because it's been niggling away at me. And actually I'm going to do some posts around some of the Graves' disease posts that I'm seeing, because has anyone else had bad dreams? Has anyone else got this symptom? Heart attacks happening so often because of bad symptom management early on in a diagnosis of, oh, it's just your thyroid, you're okay. The levels aren't quite high, and then next thing they've got so high because they've ignored it that they're having a heart attack due to a thyroid storm, and it's frightening. It's really frightening right now. So there'll be a little bit more of me speaking out. Okay, but I just wanted to pop on. Just let me know what your thoughts are around your own symptom management, and let me know in the comments. Have a great day.